songs were designed to work together. It's designed to be listened to as a whole. That's the ideal situation. And for me at least, I would like the listener to listen to the whole album and be able to get the feeling of the whole album.
I hate to phrase this as a concept album. If you think of concept albums, you kind of think of big lofty storylines, and this is a big lofty storyline, but it's more of a package. The live production is part of the album. The live production goes along with it.
So we sat down and we structured the whole album all the way through as far as which songs were going to be where and what they were going to be like and what types of songs we wanted in all the places on the album, the key points in the album. And I think people listening to it will be able to interpret things their own way and find things within the album that they can relate to themselves and to other things on the album, which maybe we didn't even put there, or which we don't even realize or haven't even noticed yet. Jason's our visual guy. He's had a really big impact on the look of the album and really interpreting the sounds that we've made and deciding how they were going to look on paper, what the visual representation of our music was going to look like. Rich is our engineer. He's taken the time to really learn what it means to be an engineer, what it means to be a producer, and so he's had a really big impact on the sounds that we've created, and he's really taken the time to make sure that we've recorded the album properly and to make the album sound great, even though we did it all ourselves at home.
James is definitely the theatrical person in the group. Performing live has always been one of James's big things. He's been really instrumental in the performance and production aspects of the show itself. It's something he's really good at.
So I wrote this song called The Drifter, and it told a story. It was just kind of a story in pictures, in images, and as soon as I wrote that, I thought, wow, this could really be a part of something good, a part of something big, and I thought, well, maybe now's the time to do the concept album. So from there, from the chords and the words and the ideas, we just sat down and said, okay, here's the song. How's it going to go? Where's it going?
For the transition.
For the transition.
Okay. Yeah. That'd probably work.
Of another, it's a face that will never go away.
Well, Rich and I started playing together when we lived in Britain when we were really young. We wrote a few songs together when I was about 7 and Rich was about 9, and we performed live in front of our school and around the town a few times, performing these songs that we'd written.
I started playing guitar when I was 6, and I took lessons for 4 years. Just kind of learning about what music was, what it could really do.
Rich and James had the biggest effect on me musically. in high school, just because they played and I had to figure out something that I could play too. Rich had been playing guitar for a long time. James was just starting bass when I got to know him, and so I kind of had to figure out something else to play as well to get to play with them. So that's how I became keyboard player, guitarist, drummer, whatever we needed at the time. I had to learn how to play in an instant to be able to keep up with these guys.
On this the first day of remembrance, I'll stake my claim in a world of cold and confusion. I'm opting out of the game. Oh, I'll turn my back on the life I've been living, everything that I've known. And by the time that the sun hides her face again, I'll be a long way from home.
Our main goal for the show is to make it a really big production and to really pull off, to really try and do a show, a professional looking show, a show that you would see in an arena or a stadium, a show that would go on a major national, international tour.
So it's going to be, we're going to try to make it the same show each night, but I think over the course of time it's going to change a little bit. So you're going to see the same show if you come back to see it again and again, but there are going to be elements in it that are a little bit different each time. And hopefully that's going to be a big draw.
It's nice to have someone come up to you and say, your album was great, I really enjoyed it, it was really well made. But I think that having the audience right there and knowing that every time you go out to play you've got to win them over is really exciting. I like that.
And I'm caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, and I'm burning in the fire, and I'm drowning in the sea. In my eyes I know the fear still lingers like a curse. Every day is one step backwards, and I'm falling head first. Whoa, whoa, whoa. La,
See, technology is changing constantly all the time, and we're kind of up on that. We're the new generation of kids that have been playing with this stuff since they were little, games and computers and whatnot. We definitely have kind of a technological edge as well as kind of a new musical feeling, kind of blending old styles of music that we've been brought up with new styles of music that have yet to be heard.
We've worked at this and we've really had to work even at being creative on demand every day, working on this, putting it all together. That's not easy, and that's something that I think a lot of people overlook, but something that we've been able to do.
Mainly I would say that us being the age that we're at right now is good because we've done a lot for our age. And I think by the time we reach the age of the bands who are getting signed now, perhaps 25, 26, we'll have 2-3 solid years of working as a group. And I think we can show a lot from that. I think that'll be really good. We'll know, we'll already gone past the first album stage, and maybe even the second album stage. We'll know what works and we'll know what doesn't work. And we'll be weeding out all the things that aren't time zero, and we'll be latching onto the things that are time zero. And I look forward to that.